Hello, everybody. Happy, what's it, Tuesday? Tuesday. Oh my, this weekdays, everything has just been a blur, that's to say the least.
Yes, I would agree.
But it is a live Tuesday, and we're really excited to talk about our tray, to talk about what the drop this week, some changes that we have for the other trays. Lots of cool little stuff going on. So we'll give everyone a minute or two to join in as we play with our tablet over here to try to make sure we can see what we're actually showing to you guys. Hey! There we go.
All right.
Cool. Well, do you want to just jump right into it?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we got all the technical stuff figured out, or at least to the best of our
For now.
abilities.
Yeah, sure. So I would say we came up with this product because the response to the dump trays was wonderful. It's already become one of like our best-selling items.
It is.
Yeah. We love them. We love how much you guys love them, but we wanted to expand on that. So we came up with the EDC maintenance tray. Very similar to our wood dump trays, but some new features, some upgrades, and yeah, should we just, very nice, man.
I was thinking of Price is Right. Remember the guy model when he's like, doing the
like
thumbs
this.
up? Yeah. We've
Yes.
watched it show forever.
Yes.
So you want to, maybe we start just walking through just the features?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So first off, as you can see, it is laser cut wood, like Lauren just said, very similar to our other tray.
I have something funny.
So we kind of got the couple layers together, glued together, painted, etc. I think the first thing to even mention is that we've totally one-upped our paint procedure.
Yes.
So we used to actually spray paint the trays black, and then we would do like a clear coat on top of it. But we've noticed that because of that, you would still get a little bit of the wood smell sometimes, like that burnt edge, where the laser cut, as well as it didn't do the best job sealing it at certain times. Like you really had to put the paint on heavy, which had its other problems.
Yes.
So we've made a switch from spray paint to 100% just hand painted.
Yep.
So these are actually all painted by Lauren. She did a fantastic job. But the paint is a paint and sealer, so it's a little easier for us, but it does a really, really good job sealing the edges.
It's amazing.
And really just sealing the rest. So
you don't get better finish.
You don't get any black residue.
Nope.
It's a lot easier, more consistent on our end. So we really like how it turned out on this tray. So much so that we're actually going to be using that for all of our wood trays from now on.
Which we'll get into. We're going to talk a little bit more about our actual the wood dump trays and how we are going to incorporate some of these new features onto those. But let's focus on the maintenance tray. I found this when I was organizing yesterday, and I thought it would be kind of funny to show. So we came up with, oh my goodness,
a lot.
So many different ideas and iterations of this. I want to see my delay here. Will we be able to see? I don't know. So this was a really cool, just like one of our little sketches of these sections, and I want this feature and this, and I feel like we have so many of these all over the house for different ideas, but I thought it was fun just to kind of show part of our thought process a little bit.
The behind the scenes.
Yes, but to touch on the paint again, like Max said, we tested several different paints.
There's like 4 of them over there in the corner right now.
Yes, different paints, different sealants, different techniques, different brushes, literally everything, and I am very happy with the way this one turned out. And I like the finish even a little bit more. It's slightly more of like a satin versus the like true matte, kind of like of the V1 of the wood dump trays. But oh man, I'm obsessed with this paint.
I would tell you that this new paint is also better with water resistance.
Yes.
Remember the things that you painted and you put near the sink and you were like, be careful when you wash your hands near the sink?
Like yesterday?
Yes, yesterday. You totally forgot about the wood next to it, so it got a little wet. So now that everything's fine, I will bring this story to your attention and everyone's, but ended up it was one random piece of wood and got a bunch of water on it, wiped it down, it dried completely fine, no paint smeared off. You couldn't even tell where the water landed, so it was a really nice touch.
That's actually a really good point. I don't know if you remember, but when we were testing paints too,
Oh, we dumped
We
them.
dumped it in one.
Yeah, I do remember
Like
that.
literally submerged it and kind of tried and wipe it. We did a lot of R&D,
Yeah.
I guess, basically, and trial and error with these, and it was kind of funny. We kept adding like feature after feature. Like, I want to do this, I want to do this, and this, and this, and this. So let's get into it.
Back to features.
Yeah, back to features.
So we've got kind of one big opening here, and you can see that all of the bottom, I guess the lining of it are all this kind of faux leather. So it's a more robust material. It's very easy to wipe away.
Yep.
We thought with like knife maintenance and flashlights and all that stuff, things are just gross, dirty.
Yep.
And we want it to be a little bit easier to clean. The fabric's just not the best for that. So a
This
little
is
bit of
what the faux leather is water resistant, so
yeah, definitely kind of like a premium upgrade, but we thought needed for the tray. We've got kind of the big section here for really your maintenance. We've got a smaller section here, and then a kind of a medium-sized section up here. This one's pretty standard, nothing fancy. You know, you can put screwdrivers, lube, oil, whatever.
We should get that,
What?
like a Hank in the lube, how we were kind of showing it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't even bother. It's all over the house. The pieces are all over
Look
the
for
place.
a picture later.
But what we think is really cool is that with the tray comes
This was fun.
this little kind of bit holder.
Yep.
So it's got a back on it, so you can see that there's some bits in there and they won't fall through, but
It's got the black faux leather on the bottom as well, so they don't fall through. Yeah.
easily come up. It holds 8 kind of standard size bits and 8 of those kind of like small micro bits. So I got one of each in there to show you guys. But what's cool and what we really love about it is that this piece actually fits in the top, and you can move it, slide it. So we wanted to, I don't know, kind of make it adjustable.
We wanted the compartments, but we wanted, everyone has different gear and different things that they want to use for their stuff. So we kind of figured it's a nice size compartment, but then you can kind of scoot based on the sizing of whatever you're using. And on that, even if you really, want to use that whole spot, what's nice is it fits on both sides. So you can even get them totally out of the way, or put it back in here and slider.
Yep. So totally however you guys want to use your stuff. We wanted, cause we kind of designed it how we would physically use it, and we've used it many times. We actually just cleaned the laser on it a couple days ago.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, everyone's different. Everyone wants to try different things. So, you could take this out of there. You can move it all over. So lots of options.
Exactly. And we did the finish. We went ahead with the black faux leather on this, which will be on all of those. That's going to be standard.
Yeah.
Because, it's not, as I'm throwing things. I mean, honestly, it's nice enough that you could just take it out and keep it someplace else, keep it on your desk, whatever. So just a nice kind of removable another option.
Yeah. So next up is the 2 corners.
Yeah.
So this took some effort, some R&D, but what we really wanted to do is, you're taking apart your knife, your whatever, and there's a ton of little screws. Yep. So what I like to do, and I've seen people do it, is like the cardboard trick, where you take your screws and you kind of poke little holes in cardboard, and you kind of work your way from like the first thing you took off to the second thing you took off. Obviously we're not going to have that in here, but what we wanted to add is actually, you can kind of see it on here. So there's small magnets in both top left and top right corners. So the idea behind it is that when you put your small screws, washers, hardware, whatever, it's not strong enough where if you throw the thing across the room, they're going to stay on, but it's strong enough where it's going to kind of keep them in place, especially if you bump it. I mean, nothing's worse. I've done this many times where you're doing a change. I think this happened once with a clip back in the day, and you drop a screw and it's gone. You can't find those teeny tiny little screws. So we thought having the magnets up there would be kind of just a nice security. So when you do take all your screws out of your knife or whatever, it's really good to go.
Yep. And we even on the magnets, we tried many different options. We were like, okay, how strong should it be? Should it be super strong? Should it be, we decided against the rare earth magnets because those were too strong and lots of playing back and forth. But these are a perfect compromise where they hold it well enough, but it's not you don't have to use a ton of force to yank it off.
Yeah, so really happy with that.
Yes,
You want to talk
I
about
love that feature.
the ruler since that was kind of your baby?
Oh man. So Max had the idea, he was like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if we just like threw a ruler on? Well,
Ideas are easy, right?
ideas are easy, implementation not so flippin' easy. So yes, I ended up incorporating a to scale 8-inch or 21 centimeters is what it goes to. We've got millimeters, centimeters, and inches on there. And I just thought that that would be super nice. And it's engraved. So I thought it would be really nice for when you're taking stuff out. You want to see your measurements. You can do it on the top. You can do it on the bottom. It's just one of those, just an added feature that we just kind of thought, man, wouldn't that be nice if it was just built in?
There's so many times, I mean, obviously we're makers, so we make stuff all the time, but there's so many times that we need to just do quick measurements of stuff and kind of just having this...
Constantly.
Yeah, having this out. I mean, even if you're like, hey, I'm going into Chicago and I need to make sure I bring my under whatever inch knife. Quick measurement on there.
Exactly.
So it's kind of one of those, why not? It was way easier for me to just suggest than to actually implement, but...
I feel like just to put in perspective, I think the ruler alone I spent, I don't know, 4 hours on.
Yeah. It got to a point where I said, hun, it's not worth the time.
And I was like, I need the ruler.
Start working on the ruler.
No, I needed the ruler, and now I'm very happy and excited with it because I think it's super handy. Speaking of super excited.
Super excited. So this is probably one of my favorite things with the whole kind of tray. So we've been asked many, many times, and we actually started designing a prototype with Sean, some sort of pocket screwdriver. So we love our 3D printer. We actually bought a awesome thing that's going to allow us to print different colors.
Oh man!
So can't wait for that.
Wait for another drop.
But what we came up with is really kind of like a really simplistic, basic screwdriver. So I'll kind of walk through the functions.
Max did as I was attempting the ruler.
Yeah. So what we ended up doing is it's got a hole on one end for your kind of like larger bits. So those fit in. There's two magnets, one in the bottom and then one in the top. So you can see it doesn't come out, but it does stick in. Same thing with the other side. You've got your smaller opening for your smaller bits. Again, stays in. Nothing too crazy. But we are going to actually be including one of these with each tray for the drop.
Just for the drop?
Yes. We don't know if we'll add it long term. We don't know if it will change.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things that we've wanted to make for a while. We thought it'd be cool, and it kind of makes a whole lot of sense with the tray.
Yeah, test the water, see what you guys think.
Fits really nicely. We've used them, for clips and stuff. It works great. One thing we did build in, which I thought was kind of a cool little touch, is that there's a little storage area in there, and then there's actually small indentations on the side. So if you got like small rubber bands or something like a gasket, you could wrap it around there, stick it in your pocket, your Ranger wallet, etc. So really, I don't know, just kind of a fun little side project that we wanted to have. So yeah, every order
really cool.
on the drop day, we'll get one of these.
Bits not included.
Bits not included. We might include it later. It might be an extra charge. We're really not sure, but for now, you guys can get one. You can tell us what you think, and then we can kind of approve upon it. So
exactly.
Really excited how that turned out. Fun little screwdriver guy.
I love that.
Feet.
Yes. So another thing that we added to this was some awesome padded anti-slip grippy feet. I wanted this because one, it'll help keep the finish nice too, especially as you're using it. The last thing you want is the whole thing just like scooting across the table. So we thought this was a very nice touch to add to this as well. Which I guess is worth pointing out now.
Yeah.
That will also be added to all of the wood dump trays as well. So it will come standard now with all of the, I guess, wood items, really, as of now, will be the matte satin, new paint, black finish, which is, chef's kiss. It's the little things, guys. It will have the feet. We'll have the feet. And probably worth mentioning, so the maintenance trays will have 10 faux leather color options. This is the brown.
I can hold this if you want to hold those.
Yes. That's the brown. I can show up. Gray.
Lots of colors.
Red. Hold please. Orange. Yellow. Teal. Blue. Purple. Pink.
And brown.
And brown, yes. And black. That is also an option, obviously, which is, I mean, black is black.
Yeah.
You know.
So-
but yes. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, I was gonna say the wood's always black, but yes, you get an option of whatever leather, or I guess faux leather that you want for the inside liner. So personally, I like the brown. I think it looks really nice.
I love the brown.
But I could, people wanted purple, black, whatever.
Exactly.
So we got a lot of colors. Curious to see if there's like 3 colors people love
Yeah.
and the other colors people don't love.
Yeah,
But-
this is, so that actually is worth pointing out. We got kind of like an assortment of the leather that we like using, so that's how we're kind of testing out the colors. I cannot say that we will stock all of the colors all of the time. I think the plan is probably to get down to a few.
Yeah.
But then you guys, maybe you'll have like the option of choosing a custom, like we'll customize it further or something. But so it's worth mentioning, at least for the drop, if there are like certain colors within this that you like, I would snatch it because I don't think we plan to stock all 10 colors all of the time.
Well, and we only have enough of kind of these colors to make 2 trays, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. So, and that includes all of the dump trays as well.
Yes.
So you, starting tomorrow, you will be able to, for an upcharge, add the faux leather to the dump trays. And like Max said, we only have enough of 2 of each color. So, you know, say someone wants a maintenance tray and a small dump tray in orange, orange is gone.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind tomorrow for the drop. That would be really good to know.
Yeah, but we thought that'd be kind of a nice addition. So like the nice black and the feet on the other trays, the dump
Yes.
trays, will be just included standard now. But yeah, we thought,
And the new paint.
we even had people asking about the
Padding.
faux leather padding. Yeah.
Yeah, someone's like, oh man, you just asked. It was so funny. We knew that this was the drop for this week, and someone reached out to Max and was like, man, I love the dump trays, but have you thought about making it more padded? And we were like, just wait. This
Yes.
is funny.
So there will be.
Exactly. Ta-da!
Yeah. I think that's it. I guess price.
Price. That would
So
be helpful.
the new
Shipping.
maintenance tray is $70. And I guess one thing we wanted to point out is that we started with our original $5 just standard shipping price for all of our dump trays, and we learned that our good old friends at USPS, UPS, FedEx, all of them.
Everything cost an arm and a leg.
Jeez, because we have to put this in a nice box with padding, etc.
Yeah.
So if you've bought a tray recently from us, you've realized that the shipping is now $10.
Yeah.
So the same will apply to this. So it's a $70 tray with $10 in shipping. But one thing to note is that if you spend $100 or more on our website, shipping is free domestically.
Yes.
So, this with maybe a couple hanks easily covers the cost of the,
For sure.
the
I mean,
shipping. You don't have to worry about it.
It's holiday season. Grab a couple of hanks, get free shipping,
Yeah.
which, basically $10. It's really a free hank.
Yeah.
Basically. You
Yeah,
spend 100.
really. We just want to make sure everyone's aware of it. I personally despise when you go to a website and you're like, cool, buy this thing for $40. It's like tax, shipping, handling, this, that.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy. So, it is the nature of the beast. The costs are always growing up and all that good stuff. But we try to be as transparent as we can. And I think that $100 threshold will be a really nice way that, if you don't want to pay the $10 in shipping, get a couple other things, combine a couple orders into one big one, and then that'd be a good way to cut some costs.
Yeah, exactly. I would also say, we, as you guys know, in general, we try to keep things as cost friendly and budget friendly and everything as we can. We try to make things as reasonable as possible, but yeah, it was kind of the nature of the beast. We had to increase the shipping on the trays, but I think it's worth pointing out, at least for now, we are not increasing shipping on everything. It's really just the trays for now. We're trying to be as, pass on the savings that we can. We get it. So hopefully,
It's like,
hopefully you guys understand, but I can't.
like,
I love it.
It's like pass on the savings and hold as long as possible for an increase.
Exactly. We're trying, guys.
We're doing our
Really
best.
trying. Yes.
So yeah, the tray drops tomorrow, which is Wednesday the 20th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which it is now. So just like our normal drops, we'll have the email blast going out too, to kind of remind everybody. The other dump trays though are, I would say, live on our website. So if you did want to pick one of those up, you bought it today, you will get the fancy feet, new paint, all that good stuff.
As of tomorrow though, that's when we need to get on the website and add the leather options to the original dump trays. So that, I will get that done today, but it will not be available for purchase until tomorrow. At least the leather option with that upcharge. And it will be in that original wood dump tray listing. So we're not going to convolute it and have a second one. And we're going to try and make it as seamless as possible for you guys. So
cool. Well, I think that's all I got.
I love it. I'm really excited. I hope you guys kind of dig it as much as we do. We were trying to make it as reasonable as possible, but I mean these are some work.
Yeah.
So
these definitely take a lot of work.
So we tried to make them as reasonable as possible, but still got to make a little bit of money to justify all the work. Cool. But we love it. We hope you guys do. We do too. We can't wait to drop it tomorrow. Go ahead if you guys want. You can hop on and hit that back in stock request. So it'll let you know as soon as they are live, because like we said, we're impatient. We tend to put them up a couple minutes early.
I like to be cautious, you know. Like the last thing you want is at 10 o'clock. You go, oh, let's add the inventory, and like the website crashes.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Again, the prototype screwdriver will be included
with the drop only.
With this drop only, and then we'll kind of decide from there if that ends up becoming an extra product or not. Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon. Cool. Bye.
Bye, guys.